Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'm Zach Kennedy, home marketing specialist and realtor with eXp Realty in Birmingham, Alabama, and also with Get a Real Estate Life with Jenny Williams and Jacob Williams. Tonight I wanted to go live and basically redo a mastermind that I did for our eXp Realty organization last week, which was how to create, edit, record, and post a listing promotion video on your social media channels in 15 minutes or less. So when I did the live mastermind last week, I did it on Zoom, and I'm not really accustomed to Zoom. I'm on StreamYard tonight. So when I recorded it in gallery view, and so all you saw was like tiny little rectangles, and one of those little tiny rectangles was me showing everybody on my phone how I edit and post those listing promo videos, and you couldn't even see it. So I'm redoing that tonight with a new camera setup that hopefully will be a lot easier for you to see. I'm by no means the expert when it comes to shooting and posting listing videos to put on your social media channels, but I've gotten pretty good at it, and the biggest thing is that it's really good for my business because it helps me create real estate conversations with people in my sphere of influence. And so I just wanted to take a short little bit and show you kind of how I do it. There are people that are better than me at it, but I've simplified the process, and what I believe is when you simplify something, you can scale it. So if you're looking in the holiday season, as closings are still happening every day, but things are slowing down a bit. If you're looking to add something to your marketing mix, I highly recommend adding listing promo videos to your marketing mix. These can be for videos for your own listings or other agents' listings, just so you can add a little bit of glamour to your social media marketing mix and get some real estate conversations started. So I'm going to flip over to my other phone and show you how I shoot these videos and also edit them. In the app that I use. The app that I use is called Focus Live. There are tons of great apps out there for you to use to stitch your videos together and edit them so that you can easily post them to social media. So by no means do you have to use Focus Live. I've heard of other apps such as CapCut is one I hear a lot. So use whatever app you're most comfortable with. I just personally use Focus Live. I have a link in, I believe, the description or of this video. So if you want to go check it out, highly recommend it. It's just like a CRM, guys. You're just the best one is the one that you use. So I would encourage you to go and test it out. I'm going to give it kind of a test run here, and I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about. So let's hope that this goes well. If you have any comments on the videos, I'll try to get to those as well. So thank you guys for tuning in. So let me get started. Okay, so this is what happens when I open up the Focus Live app. So this is just an app on my phone. It is this little black one here that says Focus Live. And when I shoot my listing videos, I upload those to Google Drive. So I'll create a Google Drive folder of the listing that I'm shooting, and I'll upload all my clips into a Google Drive. That way I can easily access them. A lot of the times they'll just show up in my camera's phone app. So I use an iPhone 13 Pro to shoot. And the reason for that is this is just kind of my basically treat it like an MP3 player now. But this is an old phone, and you can see it only has the one lens. So what I shoot is the iPhone 13, and that has 3 lenses because it has cinematic mode and wide angle as well. So that's the one I use. I'm just using this one. I'm actually shooting on my iPhone 13 right now with the continuity camera, but the iPhone 13 is what I really like because it has that cinematic mode. It's the one with 3 lenses. So not encouraging you to go out and buy a new phone, but it's Cyber Monday still, so it may be worth it to do that. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and open the Focus Live app, and this is what we open up to. This is kind of the home page. And so now I'll go ahead and create a project and show you guys how I edit the clips into a video, and then I can post it to social media. So first thing I'm going to do is select new project. And now I'm just left with this empty timeline here. So what I'm going to select is going to show up here, and here is where I do all the editing. So I want to make sure that this film roll is selected, and I'll come down to video. And this is what is on my phone natively now. And you can see that it's got little cloud icons, and that means that it's in the Google Cloud as well. So let me scroll all the way down to the listing that I shot. This is a listing for sale in Gardendale, Alabama. And so here are all the clips from what I got. And I'm not going to go through everything just for the purposes of time, but just wanted to show you kind of what I'm doing here. So as you can see, there are tons of clips here, and some of them are vertical and some of them are horizontal. So what I like to do is I'll take a shot or just a little 4-second clip vertically, and then I'll turn my phone over and I'll do it horizontally as well, because what I want to do is I want to post these videos to all over the place, because I want to make my life easier. So I'll just go ahead and shoot in vertical and then turn my phone over and then shoot in landscape, and I have the same clips going. So I'm creating 2 videos, but they're basically the same video. The only thing you have to keep in mind is that for different platforms, there are different time durations. So, just an example of that would be like, so Instagram Reels, the maximum amount of time is 90 seconds, so it's 1.5 minutes. So keep that in mind. For stories, those are 15 seconds. For the most part, they've opened that up to about 60 seconds now. Facebook Reels are still 30 seconds. So, just keep in mind the time durations. Like for my horizontal video, the landscape, that's going on YouTube, and there's no limit on how long that can be. So I'm not concerned with that. But for my vertical videos, I typically always keep it below 90 seconds. So just keep that in mind. All right, back to the game. So I've got all my clips here that I'm gonna select. Let's go ahead and we'll record a landscape style. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click essentially all of the landscape style clips that I have, and I'll just figure out which ones are best on the back end. So let me just go and click around, and that will probably be okay there. So we'll just start with 12 clips right now. Obviously there are going to be more in the longer video, but I'm just doing this for time's sake, just to show you how it's done. And then all my media will upload, and it may take a second. Okay, so now I've got all the clips that I'm going to edit at this very moment kind of just stuck in there, and they're all automatically, they're stitched together. I'll turn the sound down for now. So automatically it's going to stitch all them together, and they're just going to play continuously. So if I'm a master, then I'm already done, right? That's really the biggest question we get, is how do I take all these clips and just go ahead and put them all together? And so once I click all of those clips, it's going to go ahead and stitch all of them together. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pinch and pull just to make those clips a little bit bigger. And now is where kind of the creativity starts. So as I drag my finger across each clip, you can see it's already playing. And so what I want to do is I want to just grab the edges of each of these clips and just kind of pinch them in, because I'm just sort of overshooting here. And they're about 4-second clips because I can just pinch the end of these in. So if I just select one, it'll select that clip, and there are a range of options. So I can change the speed, I can change the color. Aperture is just depth of field, so what's in focus and what's out of focus outside of that. I can reverse the shot to go from the other side. In this situation, what I'm doing is I overshot on this one on purpose. So I've got a bunch of the neighbor's house in this shot, and I don't need that. So when I select this clip, all I'm going to do is hold down the end of the clip and just pull it in. And that is going to just trim that clip a little bit. So I'm taking some of the neighbor's house and just trimming it down to where this house is the one in focus. And then I can just press play and I'll see what's going on, or I can just drag my finger and I can see. So what I've done is I've pinched this one in, and I kind of stop moving here, you can see. So I'm just going to grab the other end of the clip and pull it in just a little bit more. That way we can keep things in motion. So this is the same clip, I just shot it again, just it might be a better shot. There's our realtor. Linda Collier, thank you, Linda, for letting us use this as an example. So I already have a good clip, so I don't really need that one. So I'll just select it and scroll all the way this way, and I'll just remove that clip. It's gone. So here's what we're left with now. Just a reverse shot from the other side of the yard. And I'll just click that clip, and I'm getting some more of the neighbor's house and kind of the garage, but it's dark back there, so I don't really need that. So I'll just drag that a little bit more, and that keeps the action going. This isn't a very long clip, so I can probably stop it about here. Okay, yeah, that's good. And now we're to the inside of the house, where we're kind of just shooting again. All I'm doing is kind of taking my phone and just panning it across the room. So for this one, this is a pretty long clip. It's 7 seconds, and I'd really need to trim that down so it's not taking up so much time. So I can probably just wait till the edge of the front door is in frame, just so that's like, it's just continuity. So you know that now we're inside. And so I'm just panning across the room, and here is kind of where we're getting to the end of where I need to be here. So for time's sake, I'm going to grab that end of the clip and just leave a little bit of the kitchen there. So these two shots were just on my camera app at 0.5, that widescreen video. So that's what I'm shooting in right now. And same for this. And once I get to this next clip, so what you'll see with this clip is that there's a rail in the way, but it's not in focus. The TV and the fireplace are in focus. That's because I'm shooting in cinematic mode. That's why I have that phone with the 3 lenses. That's why I have that, because it shoots in cinematic mode. So I'll shoot, a variety of just regular pan shots at the wide angle lens, and then throw in a little cinematic shot just to switch things up. And it seems I go a little bit slower, just it breaks things up a little bit more, and it looks really cool. So this one is perfect, actually, so I don't really need to do much with it. Probably just trim the edges a little bit. Probably right here. Once I get to about here, I don't need this extra in the video, so I'll just grab that edge and just pull it in a little tighter. So again, with the cinematic mode, if you do decide to throw that in, what you can see is that this rail is out of focus. Well, after the fact, I can select that in the app, and I can change the focus to what's in front of me rather than what's in the background. So that's pretty cool too. That's just a really nice feature that Focus Live has. So this is just another version of the same clip, so that can go. Let's say what if, for example, I thought maybe this clip would have been better to be in front of this one. Well, I can just simply grab and hold that clip down and just move my finger to the edge of the screen, and I can just replace it that way. And if I decide I don't want to do that after the fact, I can just click the undo button, and it'll put everything right back where it needs to be. So we're back to the wide angle lens, the wide angle shot of the living room. It's a really nice high ceiling. So typically I've got the chandelier right in the edge there, and I can trim it down just because you get the picture, and we keep that motion going, and we got no wasted frames. So I got a little stopped about right here, so I'll just grab that and pull it in, and then we're on to the next shot. This is another cinematic shot where we're just kind of establishing things a little bit. When I get a little bit faster, then I'll just take every clip and just pinch it in a little bit just to save time. Another cinematic shot of this kind of foyer area. I know what that one is, so I can just go ahead and pinch that one down to about 2 or 3 seconds just to keep the pace up. Now we're back to the kitchen. Of course, I think you guys sort of get the picture now, that I'm really just wanting to get a little bit of whatever's on the right to left side of the screen and just get that motion going. Because I just don't have, if I want to fit a whole house in, then I don't have a lot of time to waste. So I need to make sure that everybody is established on the room that I'm showing, and then I'm moving on to the next thing. So as you can see, I'm kind of mixing in some pan shots to the left to the right, to the right to the left, and then up and down, and then mixing in these cinematic shots because they look really pretty. So I think you more or less get the idea of what this app can do for you. If I want, there's other things I can add. If I decided I left a shot out, of course I can just click the videos icon and go right back into my phone photos and grab what I forgot. If I have any files, like any other video that I may have that I need to put in, say for example, I have a video, I have some drone video that I forgot, and that may be in a Google Drive. Well, I can just click the files and I can go upload it there. That's where I can go to whatever is in like different files I have. That's my iCloud drive. I can click back on that and go to my Google Drive here. So that's how you'll do that. I don't have it turned on right now. And there are other clips I can add. Of course, I can always do text and subtitles and things like that, but for these purposes, I don't need that. So this one's only 25 seconds, so if I was doing an Instagram reel, I still have another minute to play with, so I can keep adding clips. I just don't want to, bore you guys. I think you get it now after watching this video. So another thing I'll tell you is if you do have some music that you'd like to add to it, of course, on apps like Instagram, you can add your own music for an Instagram reel. You can add like a real song that's by a real artist, and there is trending audio for new songs that come out. If you use that on your Instagram reel, you might get you might get more reach by using a trending song. But let's just say, for example, you want to use a royalty-free song, or just like some ambient music, kind of like that's playing in the background of this video right now. What I would recommend is go to a website called Pixabay. Thank you, my friend Alex Aka, for recommending this to me. That's Pixabay, Pixabay, and you can search free licensed music, but you won't get any trouble. You won't get any copyright claims or anything like that. So you can go to Pixabay and you can just download a tune to your laptop and then just go drag it into your Google Drive. And so that's where I have some here. Why is that not turned on? Oh, okay. So I have an instrumental right here that I downloaded from Pixabay. That's just sitting in my Google Drive, so that's what I went to go find it. And so now it's gonna upload the audio into like another like a top layer, sort of. Just think of it like a sandwich. So that brings me to another thing. If I have some other clips that I want to show over, let's just say for example that I'm doing a video of myself, like I have a video of me talking about this house, and throughout the talk I overlay clips of the house. Well, all I have to do is just make sure that this is selected, and let's just say for example this is the clip that I want to play over. Let's just say this is me talking. Actually, I think I have, maybe I can do this very quickly if you'll just bear with me. I think I have a video of me talking about something else. Y'all just bear with me for a sec. Yeah, so there's me in front of this house because I did sort of an intro. So let's just say I wanted to have this intro over the clips. So, and we'll just shorten this down. So I have this clip of me talking and things are still playing in the background. But once this top clip, think of it like a sandwich or like layers. It's gonna play whatever's on the top. So once that on the top ends, then we're right back into the video here. Of course I could put it in line here, but let's just say for example I recorded a video of myself and it was super long. Then I would just rearrange to be like, let's say the video ended here, it would just pick up what's on top. So that's just a quick little dirty example. But back to the audio. So right now what I added is playing the music. You can hear the audio. So that's pretty much it. And so I can select that audio clip, and typically at the end the audio may be longer than the video, and I need to go and grab the edge of that audio and drag it all the way down so that it doesn't keep playing to a blank screen. and then it'll automatically snap when I get to the end of the clip. So there we are. You'll feel in the haptics of your phone things snap in place, so that's really nice too. If I want to change the volume or add a fade in to a fade out of the music, that's really easy to do on these icons down here. You may want to remember to click on each of your clips and mute them, just so there's no background stuff playing. But I can change the volume of the song up, down. So that's pretty nice. I can do the same if I have maybe a voiceover. You can see a voiceover option here, to where if I want to, instead of having music play, I could talk, and I would just hit the record button, and it would record my voice here, and I can stop, and I can edit the volume of my voiceover up and down depending on how that sounds. Back, and then basically we're done. So let's just say that we completed this whole listing promotion video walkthrough, and now we're done. So we want to export it. We're going to export it directly to our phone. That way we can upload it to all the social media platforms, or you can upload it to your Google Drive if you prefer to post things on your desktop. So what I'll do is I'll come to the top right of the screen, and I have some options here for exporting the video. One thing you want to make sure is that your quality is 1080p. Sometimes it'll do 720, but you want to knock it up to 1080p. If you try to do 4K on some platforms like maybe TikTok and Instagram, it won't allow that. So a safe bet is to just do 1080p for all your like your social media platforms, maybe besides YouTube. You could do 4K for YouTube. Just keep in mind that the higher you go, the longer it's going to take to export to your phone and then upload to that specific platform. So you're probably safe just doing 1080p. Again, we're about being simple and scaling our business. This isn't about being perfect. Being done is better than being perfect. So now that we have 1080p selected, that's good. There's also a percentage for quality here, and we want to click that and make sure that 100 is selected. I don't know why that's not by default, but that's okay. And then we just export our video, and it is exporting to our phone right now. So what that's going to do is once it finishes exporting, I'll just go ahead and wait for it to do that. Check if anybody's commented. Nope. Okay, for purposes of the video, I'm just going to move along now. So somewhere in my phone app, my videos app, that video will be there. So then I can take that small video and I can go ahead and upload it to Instagram or whatever. So I don't have any of that stuff on this phone, but it's just going to be in my Photos app on iPhone. I'm not as familiar with Android or anything like that, so I'm not exactly sure how you upload on those, but I'm sure you can figure out. It'll just be in your Photos app. Thank you, McKenna. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. So yeah, that's a quick and dirty way to shoot, edit, and post a listing promotion video, which is a lot of fun. It's just, you just take your phone and you pan to the left and right, you pan up and down, you switch it to landscape, and if you have a phone that has cinematic mode, I recommend getting that just because it kind of breaks things up and it looks really good, gives it kind of that mood. But yeah, that's super easy. When it comes to listing promotion videos, I've just found that it's the best ROI for my time. And the way that I measure that ROI is that when I shoot these listing promo videos and post them, I get people commenting on the post, people replying to the video, private messaging me, and that's what I want. Currency in real estate, currency with being a real estate agent is conversations. So I can't get a new client, I can't get a closing, I can't get a new listing without having a conversation with someone. And one of the best ways I've found, and I'm by no means an expert, there are a lot of people that sell a lot more real estate than I do, and I've been in the industry a lot longer than I have. But for me personally, the best ROI is posting listing promo videos, because it gives me the opportunity to have conversations with people. Typically, the way that works is that I'll see somebody out and about, or at a party or at an event somewhere, and they'll say, "Ooh, I love that house that you posted." Well, that's a good opportunity for me to say, "What did you love about the house?" And then they can give me some features, and then I ask, "Do you have that in your current house? Or is that something you're looking for in your first house that you want to buy?" And then the conversation just goes and goes and goes. And I've told this to our EXP organization a ton, which is when I first started selling in 2019, I was sharing other agents' listings within my EXP organization. We highly encourage agents in our organization to share each other's listings. So I was sharing other agents' listings almost every day, whether that was just photos on social media or shooting videos and posting those. And my mom thought that I had like 8 active listings. And my mom's a brilliant lady. She just doesn't live in our world. So when I posted those videos, in the descriptions of the videos, I made sure that I put listed by Jenny Williams, eXp Realty, listed by Chad Beasley. It was in there. But my mom didn't think about that because she doesn't live in our world. When we see a sign in the yard, the first thing we think is, who's the listing agent? So my mom didn't pay attention to who the listing agent was. She just thought it was mine because I was sharing it. So that's exactly what I need. I mean, even if it's not my listing, I need people to think that I'm listing a whole ton of properties. So if you're new, or if you don't have any business right now, or you'd like to get more business, we really only teach you how to get listings. Like, the buyers are going to come. We want to teach you how to get listings, and one of the best ways to do that is to showcase other agents' listings. So most of the time, other agents are going to be happy to allow you to go to the house and shoot and post and just scream at the top of your lungs about this house, because our job as real estate agents is just to get people to the closing table. So I cannot recommend enough shooting some listing promo videos. I hope this was helpful. I hope you got something out of it. There is a link in this post for you to check out Focus Live, see the pricing plans and all that. I just have the most basic plan. It is paid. I think it's like $8 a month, but I'd pay $80 a month or more because it helps me do the job. And that's what's most important. So, but before you sign up for anything, go check out other options. If you're watching this and you have some recommendations on apps that you use to edit and post video, please shoot those in the comments. That way we can help everybody out. Even another agent, a non-EXP agent, thought a listing I posted was mine, but it was Justin's. Cool. Yep. The more you post listings, more people are going to think that they're yours. Obviously, we want to make sure that we give credit to the listing agent, but a lot of the times the public's going to think it's your listing, even if you include in bright, bold letters that it's someone else's, and that's really what we want here. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to cut it off at that. If you're watching in the future, thank you for taking the time. Drop a comment. Let me know you're here. I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks.